How to make a group assignment. So first off, we have to make groups. So go to communication, groups, and then new category. And I'm just going to call it groups. And you have a few choices. You can design yourself who you want to put in groups. So if students have already decided and you have it written on a piece of paper, then choose this one. Otherwise, it can randomly assign them in these two, saying I want groups of a certain number of students by ideal, although the last ones may be smaller. It won't go larger than this, but it'll go smaller. And so if you need one to go larger at the end, then still choose this, but then you can go in and delete groups and enroll, change the enrollments yourself. Or you could just say number of groups and we'll just put them people in. You could let students choose in either of those scenarios. Or you could have number of groups by a certain number of capacity, or single member non group. So everybody, it's not really a group, but it's making a private area that you can interact with your students. So I'm just going to go groups of number, and I'm going to say I want 4 to a group, and check it on that it's going to randomize the users. And it's also a good idea to auto enroll new users because people might join your class and they'll need to be put into a group. And I'm going to, if I want to make my category description and everything visible to users, I could. I don't need to. I'm not going to put anything in there. And then I could set up the assignment from here, but I'm not going to because I want to show you how to set up an assignment afterwards. Maybe there's a second assignment and I want to show that separately. So just go save, and it will say that is taking a few minutes. Usually doesn't take very long. In fact, I bet you if I could reload, it will show it. And there it is. There's all the groups, and I can see who's in any specific group by clicking on it. But also, I can make changes to them by clicking the down arrow and enroll users, and I can change who's in which group by checking or unchecking. And it will always keep a total for me up here while I make the changes of who's in a group. This symbol means they are in one group and not in two groups. If they're in more than one group, you'll get this question mark. And if somebody's missing from a group, it'll be missing. So that's how to tell, and save. And if you wanted to add more groups, you could always add a new one if needed, and you can delete the group by putting a check mark beside a group and delete if you want. So now that the groups are made, I want to make a group assignment. Assessments, assignments, and new assignment, and I'm going to call it a group assignment. It's going to be graded. I'm going to put it in the grade book. I'm going to make a due date. I'm going to say that's not even available to do this until I announce it in class, which is going to be tomorrow, and during class. And then the end date is a hard due date. This due date is soft because people can actually submit late, but it'll be shown that it's late. Whereas if I do the same date myself, then it's a hard due date because they don't even see the ability to submit, although that doesn't stop them from emailing. You can change the visibility with access restricted. In other words, if you don't want them to even see the instructions, you can hide that with the visibility. You can say they can see it, but the access is even restricted, but they can make it visible, but they can't submit until that time. So those are two different options. And then to change it from an individual assignment, which it is by default, to a group assignment, it's right here. If you have more than one set of groups, because you can, this is where you would choose them. And if you don't want them, submitting a file is the default, but you could say no, it's text or it's something observed in person. Those are options. And the default is unlimited file, but and all submissions are kept. And you can restrict the file types. That's always an option. And you can add rubric. So I'm going to make this visible to students. That will become visible on this day to be able to be submitted, and save and close. Now I'm going to be one of the students, and I'm actually going to open this up. I'm going to edit it, and I'm going to open it up so that I'm just going to clear it so it can be submitted to even now, because I'm going to be a student that's going to submit to it. And I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to add a file, and it's on my computer. I'm going to hit upload, and here's the assignment that I'm submitting for the class, for our group I mean, and then add. I can put comments if I wish to, and then submit. And it is submitted for the group that I'm in. And I could upload more if I wanted to, but I'm just going to say done. And what the instructor would see is that there's been a submission, and I could click right into the hyperlink and see that somebody, Billy from group 8, has submitted. And I could click onto that. I could see the assignment, and I could give a grade. I could even make comments on it. And usually I would just save as draft and go to the next one. But let's just say that somebody never did submit it the proper way. They emailed it. It was group 9 emailed it. So what I could do is I could go into group 9, and I could view from the email the grade that they got. And I could upload what they emailed me, so it would be a record within the grade. Just upload that and choose my computer and upload the file, and then save as draft. Once I'm done grading everybody, I could put a check mark beside everything and publish. This, and then the student can see the grade that they earned. They can see they can view the inline feedback that I made. These are my group members. And they can even see the feedback that I typed. And that's how group assignments work.